it means a lot to me. Like more than you guys know.
Oh,
I really, yeah.
that's really sweet.
I'm gonna cry.
You're gonna make me cry.
Okay. Okay, how did I get into fitness? So I never played sports growing up. I played sports, like I tried, but I never stuck with one. By the time I was in high school, I remember I really wanted to join a sport, but I was the type of person who was way too nervous to do it on my own. I needed like a group of people to join with me, and I didn't have that. So I used to go home every day, and my brother had a PlayStation. This is going to sound really funny and silly, but I would go home every day in ninth grade and I would play DDR. If you don't know what that is, it's Dance Dance Revolution. Yeah, so I would play DDR every day in ninth grade. This was like religiously, like I was really good at DDR. But I remember thinking to myself after a really hard DDR session, a DDR sesh, that I really liked the way I felt after, which was the endorphins of exercise. And that kind of got me into running. And then eventually I came across bodybuilding.com, like many others. This from there, I ended up hiring a coach and I did a bikini competition and I really struggled with restrictive eating. From there, I transitioned into more of a powerlifting focus, I would call it. And that changed my perspective on fitness completely. It really like healed my relationship with food and with exercise. I would have described my former outlook on fitness as very restrictive and rigid. So now I feel as if I have more flexibility and balance in my life and my routine. Is it okay for it to be that long-winded?
Yes.
I'm like,
So
okay,
that's perfect.
okay.
We'll cut it.
Focusing on fitness in my life, it gives me the energy that I need to do daily tasks throughout my day. I can feel it mentally and physically if I've been out of my routine. I struggle with my mental health sometimes, as we all do, and fitness has changed my mental health for the better. Like, that's really the reason why I stay motivated, is because it just makes me feel like my best self and it allows me to practice discipline in my life, and that carries over to other aspects, whether it's my work life, my personal life. I can show up authentically for my friends and family. Anytime someone is like brings the excitement of like, oh, I hit my water goal today, something as simple as I hit my water goal today, or someone just today was like, I can finally do jump lunges, that is priceless. That in itself shows the mindset shift and then transition of wanting to look a certain way versus wanting to feel a certain way, and that is what fitness is all about to me. So seeing that in real time is really exciting, and that's what makes it all worthwhile, and that's what I love about coaching. Oh my god, this is really funny. So when Bianca DM'd me and she was like, "Can we chat?" And I got so scared, but I was like, my check-ins aren't good enough. Like I did something wrong and I'm in trouble. I was so full anxiety panic mode, but I was scared. And then she, I was scared and like got on the phone, anxiety mess. Anyways, I got on the phone with her and she asked me, and I honestly, like my jaw dropped. I was so excited. And I just feel very honored. I don't know what I did to deserve this. It makes me like really, I don't want to cry. I'm just very honored, and like it means a lot to me. Like more than you guys know.
Oh,
I really, yeah.
that's really sweet.
I'm gonna cry.
You're gonna make me cry.
Like I really like struggle sometimes with imposter syndrome. So this like really solidified my confidence in myself, and I really appreciate it. After I got over the initial,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get fired for something.
You're like, from 0
Yeah.
up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was on a roller coaster that day.
Yeah, I love it.
So when I programmed this challenge, my focus was to increase the confidence in women, and my fun twist. I wanted to really put a focus on compound movements. It's like squat, bench press, and deadlift, because those are the foundational movements of any training program. And I think that all women should focus on gaining strength in those movements, as well as the rest of their workout in the gym, laying the foundation for the accessory movement. So when you're building strength in big compound lifts like squat, bench, deadlift, pull up, whatever the primary movement is, that strength is going to carry over to any of your accessory movements. So therefore, you'll be able to eventually build more muscle. So that's the approach that I took. A lot of women don't understand the value in building or maintenance phases. Like if you've been constantly dieting your whole life and restricting your whole life, your metabolism is just not efficient. When the scale goes up, that's scary for people, even though if you're building muscle, it's denser than fat, it takes up less space. Probably a good thing if you compare, like comparatively speaking, if you have certain goals and you want to change your body composition, you probably need to weigh more. I always tell people this. Your goal weight is probably higher than you like believe it is. And speaking for myself, I weigh like 30 pounds heavier than when I started. And when I started, I had this idea in my mind. When I'm 120 pounds, that's going to be physically what I want to look like. We make up this picture in our mind when in reality, my goal physique might require me to be 160 pounds. But I won't know that if I'm restricting myself. And if you are so focused on that number, you may never get to that point if you're so afraid of the number going up. As women, society tells us that we are only valuable if we look a certain way, and that is reflective in the way that people approach their fitness goals. So women approach their fitness goals as I need to look this way and I need to restrict in order to look this way because this is what my culture is telling me to do. That's what a lot of women's mindset is society is telling me I need to look this way and this is what I need to do in order to achieve this. I want them to know you don't need to restrict yourself. You don't need to starve yourself or be in this like rigid routine. You can allow yourself balance and flexibility and enjoy your life. That's really what fitness is about, is enhancing your life, not taking away from it. A lot of the times that's what the mindset is coming into fitness goals is I'm going to have to be on this super strict, rigid routine in order to achieve what I want. I mean, always I hope that they gain confidence in the weight room because it's truly a scary place sometimes, even for myself. And I've been doing this for several years. I still get really nervous sometimes. And I also hope that they gain confidence in pushing past maybe certain rep ranges. I have some lower rep ranges in this program. I know how it feels to get really comfortable in like an 8 to 10 or like a 12 to 15 rep range and feeling very married to those numbers. So I hope that people gain confidence in those lower rep ranges because I know how scary it can be to push yourself past a rep range that you are maybe more comfortable with. I love working with women because when I see the transition of I need to restrict, I need to over exercise, I need to basically wreck myself in order to find happiness. When I see the transition from that mindset to, oh, I can fuel myself and this is something that I get to do, this is something that makes me feel good and is making me feel like my best self. Seeing that in someone else is like everything to me because I know what it feels like. I really believe that's what people are striving for, not necessarily like the outward look of what fitness makes you look like. People, I believe, really want to feel that from the inside out, and it is reflecting outwards when they make that mindset shift. If you are the type of person who is like they are so frustrated with the fitness industry, if you feel like you are getting nowhere with your workouts, if you feel frustrated with your nutrition, this program is going to be perfect for you. Sesh does a really great job of giving you everything that you need. And if you follow my programming for the next 8 weeks, you will feel better. You'll feel more confident. You're going to gain muscle and strength. Yeah. I can't wait to see the transformations.
Now you're alive. Oh, look at you now. You're